Dear friends, thank you for inviting me to your Onam celebrations. I have left my profession about 18 years ago, but I have been working on music therapy ever since and even before that. And it is rare to come to the medical IMA group after leaving the profession. And actually, I have been invited by the Trichur wing, Dr. Preeti Nair. I remember her. She was my student. She was in the Trichur Medical College also. And uh, she had actually invited me to speak on music therapy in Trichur Medical College in 2019 when the government started a program of music therapy for the MBBS students. But unfortunately, I could not because I went to Mumbai at that time. After that, I am coming back and I am addressing you for the first time. So, thank you for this invitation. Now, when I go out and speak about other subjects, there are two questions which people ask me everywhere, almost every stage. They ask two questions. One is, how can a doctor, a pathologist, speak on such varied subjects like philosophy, astrophysics, musicology, so and so, so much? I don't have an answer for that to tell you the truth. But I think, therefore I am, said Descartes. Probably that is the only answer I also can say. I think about them, so I speak about them. That's all. Nothing much about that. The second question is, in a busy professional schedule as a doctor, how do you get time for all such activities? What answer can I give to that? I always say that maybe my time management was at an optimum level at that period. While I was working as a pathologist, my time management was at an optimum level. Now there is no problem, no work, so time is enough. Anyway, some doctors have asked me another question when I asked them to do music therapy also along with their clinical practice. They have asked me was one question. We don't know music, then how can we do music therapy? It doesn't matter actually. It is not mandatory that a doctor should know music, but it is good if they have a love for music and the knowledge that this will give relief, satisfaction to my client, so I also will be satisfied with that result. So it is a result oriented also. So don't think about that. You can always ask the help of a musician around. There will be a lot of musicians. You will be giving job opportunities for them. At the same time, you will be integrating art and science, and you will be giving relief to your clients. Threefold benefit you will get from it. And medicine is an art of healing, not only a science. Similarly, music is an art, but it has a science behind it, a science of healing. So we are using both together in an integrated way. And music is not a drug. It cannot be prescribed like a drug. That is something which we have, all of us have to understand. It is not a drug. So drug trials are not possible. It is only a interrelationship, your compassion and your love to the client, and of course you get it back from them also. An educational, clinical and research protocol, clinical trials and data collection, all these are possible. But don't think that it is a drug. It is not a drug. It is an art. That art will not be available from anyone and everyone. Only from some people who are fit for that. So it's not a drug company. We are in fact bridging gaps between art and science. For what? For the benefit of your clients, for your profession, but also for the entire nation, for the entire world. And we are helping in national integration through our own profession, doctor's profession. We are giving some integration to the nation also. So it's a wide panorama of field. You know, all of you know that WHO's health definition is not just lack of disease, but a mental, physical, intellectual, and spiritual well-being of people. So the interdisciplinary approach through music therapy is implemented to achieve that goal. It is not just physical, but mental, intellectual, and spiritual growth also. When you say spiritual, some people ask, is it uh, uh, religious? No, religion and spirituality are entirely different. Any human being, even an animal, a plant, can get relief from music therapy. It is not religion, it is a spiritual health only. Now, to differentiate these two are different for ordinary people. So we have to say this out. Otherwise, they will misunderstand. So you have to say these things. In fact, somebody, I don't want to get into such controversies. Okay, we have to include this in the curriculum of MBBS, and we have to have a health village adoption program through every medical college. This was actually my scheme of things when I gave this project to Amrita Institute of Medical Sciences when they were applying for a deemed university status. I have given it as a book. That book is now useful for many other universities also. I am so happy about it. And you can call it as a client-oriented, family-oriented, professional, social welfare work. And you can also call it as transformative research policy as a socio-political activity. Don't think that this activity or this is not any way connected with the what you call, whenever a person say that they are doing an active or activist, it is not like that. It's a very soft tool. Music is a soft tool which everybody likes and everybody enjoys and gets benefits. And for this purpose, when it is for an educational purpose, for a curriculum, you need textbooks. I have made almost more than 5 books on this, both in English and Malayalam. And the hospital-based research protocols and adoption of health village, that also I have given in these textbooks. The Indian music therapy, in a simple, short way, I will tell you that there are Riduragas, Ritucharya, Dinacharya, and Yogacharya. For Ritucharya, there are only 6 ragas. For Dinacharya, for the 24-hour circle, the North Indian music is designed. But for our body, that is, we have very important 6 nervous plexuses in the spinal cord, which in Sanskrit are explained in the yoga, tantra, philosophy, everywhere. But we know that they are there in our body, and this nerve structures has to be in full activity. They have to be stimulated to get you all the other faculties. If they are not functioning, the organs around them, and then the whole body will not function. This nada, that is using music, we call it as kundalini. The spinal cord is the kundalini, and the 6 nerve plexus has to be stimulated. For this, we use 72 Melagartha Raga, which is the basic of all classical music. Only from that we can derive the other types of thousands and thousands of raga. The base is the 72 Melagartha. So these are the 3 methods by which you can stimulate and make our body healthy. These are the things that I have described in all these books, along with a Western medicine oriented research protocol, data collection, and everything like that. Anyway, in 2019, it was taken as, I heard from Preeti that it is taken as a curriculum for a MBBS curriculum. And this year, I also heard that the adoption of the health village scheme also is coming up. I'm so happy that at the end of my life, this is the twilight of my life, I'm very happy that these two projects have been taken up by the government, so that there will be definitely, we have so many things again to do, but for the sake of heaven, I must say that we have at least gone a little bit forward. As the poet said, miles before I sleep, there are miles to traverse. Yet the small beginning has been done in my lifetime itself. I was afraid that only after I die, these things will be noticed by the people in. No, they have found it, and I know that this will create a type of change in our medical profession as well as in the health profession, healthcare profession. And thank you for giving this opportunity to communicate my views on my music therapy project. Though I am not in the pathology field now, still I am in the healthcare field, because my music therapy is there for me to communicate with all of you, with the doctors. No, you can take the help of musicians, and you do your own clinical trials, your data collection, everything, and then only accept. But it has to be accepted, because in the modern way of life, stress disorders are coming up. This music relieves stress, and the the endorphin secretion is more with music, so that your pains are gone. All types of pains are gone. So it is an accepted fact all over the world, not only in India. We are using Indian music, that's all. Everywhere they are using this. In UK, in America, all these areas, the music therapy has made so much of progress. Here also it has to. I'm happy that I have been instrumental in making an awareness of this in our country, in our nation. I'm so happy. And thank you again for calling me. Since I'm talking about the music, and you are starting a cultural program, probably with music and all. So I just recite 4 lines, and thus I inaugurate your function. This is an inaugural speech only. Okay. ചന്ദന ചർച്ചിത നീലകളേബരം എൻ്റെ മനോഹര മേഘം കായാമ്പൂവിലും എൻ്റെ മനസ്സിലും കതിർമഴ പെയ്യുന്ന മേഘം ഇത് ഗുരുവായൂരിലെ മേഘം. നമസ്കാരം.